What's up, people? We are at the shop, and today we did some disassembling on my van. How goes it, peeps? As you can tell, there are some things happening over here. My home has no back tires on it. What the heck, Chrome? Y'all gonna have to see tomorrow's video to find out what happened here. It's actually a good thing, actually. This is Slammin'. What's up, man? I love that name, by the way. So yeah, we also are very limited on what I can drink because we had a fridge malfunction. This is the only thing in the fridge that's not completely frozen. Ooh, got 7 people in here. Let's pull up my stream, make sure we're good and clear. YouTube. There we are. What's up, everyone? Is the smell gone? I don't know. My van's way up there. I can't get in there and smell. But as of this morning, after one good night's rest in it, there's no smell inside of my van. Rocket Stove Adventures, good name. From South Texas. What's up? Aloha. B&S Tiny Adventures. I'm Yoda, bitch. That's a good name, too. What's the stuff called you use under your bed for no moisture? It's called Hypervent. 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 It's really common in the marine industry for underneath like all the stuff on the benches and stuff like that. It's a marine product. I really like it. It's been underneath my van for years and just helps to get airflow underneath there. It's a super simple product that's very expensive. It wasn't cheap. I think that piece underneath my bed was like $200. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. All right, guys, I got to pull this up online because I know what happens when I don't. I miss everybody sharing love in the comments. Ooh, it's clear. Everybody sharing love in the comments. Shh. Shush, Chrome. What's going on, Chromie? Fix her up. Are we good? I'm on a delay. Why am I'm on a delay? Good evening from Toronto. What's up, Jay-Sue? Just gonna pop my chat out so I can see you guys. There we are. We're in business. Why is my feed stopped? Oh, there we go. I had it on mute. My bad. Why is my feed stopped? There we go. Every time. Never fails every damn time. Kodiak Crave TV, what's up? Hey, Chrome, how's it going? Just thought to myself, how is your brakes on your van? And went, shut up, Chrome, I can still hear you. How do you listen to that guy? He's so annoying. When was the last time I changed my brakes? My brakes on my van are doing great. That's my home right there. Everything had a full run around and inspection today. I phoned Daryl yesterday. If you guys caught the video, actually I lied. You guys wouldn't have caught it because I failed to put that video up this morning. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Yeah, I messaged Daryl and asked Daryl if he could get my van ready for hitting the road because I would like to take this thing out on a little bit of an adventure, kind of like one last hoorah with this van before we move into the Mercedes. Because once we leave here and head to the East Coast in a couple of months, that might be it. This might be the very last time we get to adventure around in this van and have a blast in it while we've still got it. So I called Daryl in here today to just give it a once over, and we're doing some repairs here in the back just to make sure that we're good and safe for traveling a little bit, because I want to go do some deep backcountry stuff, and well, I want to make sure my home gets us in the bush and gets us back out of the bush. How's Cruzy Bear? Cruzy Bear is doing pretty good. His chest congestion, we have a vet appointment on the 22nd to get him another x-ray to make sure it's being cleared up. but he's not coughing anymore. He was doing a little bit of coughing before. He's doing just fine. Hey Chrome, did you see my post with the lithium battery with the sweet smell? Yep, that's definitely not the problem. There's nothing that smells around my battery compartments whatsoever. Everything smells great down there. Did I find the stink? No, I think I was the stink. That's what I think. I think with me keeping my doors shut so much over this past year while this place was being built, because we've been outside of my van more now than I have in the past 8 years of my van life, because we've been in the shop building this place, getting it worked up. So the only time I went back to the van and opened the doors up was when I was going home, shutting the back doors. We'd sleep all night. I'd get out. We'd come do our stuff here. I'd go back to the van. The doors would stay shut. So I think over just this past year of keeping that door shut constantly, I kind of just locked in all the smell. Oh, Lauren P, thank you. Lauren P just sent out 5 gifted memberships, was gifted to Jason, Donovan, Frederica, Christopher, and Kevin. Oh, thank you, Lauren P. I hear you coming out this way. I was trying to deke out of here before you got here, but apparently you're coming early, and I'm going to have to be stuck seeing you. I was trying to deke out early. Jokes. Oh, yeah, what up, Kayla? Yeah. This thing is getting some work done to it. You guys want to see what's going down? A lot of stuff's going down over here. This will be tomorrow's video, but he's got the axle pulled right out. The whole differential's been ripped apart. Yeah, so yeah, we're going through everything. We did a full brake check on everything, both front and back. I hate spending money on this thing, but we got to make sure that our travels are nice and safe, so we ended up doing a bunch of work on it. Oh, somebody sent me a super chat. Thank you. Kathy Fowler. When's the new Cruzy shirt coming out? Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see if Amanda's in the stream right now. She'll be able to let you know, but I think she's still driving home from the shop. But hopefully tomorrow. We took all the pictures for it. Danica's been working her ass off making those shirts for you guys, and she made literally most of those shirts, which would be awesome for you guys to get stuff made by her, which I think that warms my heart, because you guys mean a lot to me, and to know that you guys support us by buying our merch, but to know that she got to make it for you, that's kind of getting to be really exciting for me, that the whole family thing's being a part of this. But hopefully tomorrow. If I was you guys, I would check later tonight and tomorrow morning, because they could be up like bright and early. Demonoid Media just ordered my new van today, a Mercedes. Super awesome. So fun, right? Wait till you pick it up. Oh my gosh. The excitement I had when I was going to actually, for real, pick up my new home was so sick. I loved it. Congratulations on your new home. Snarkletooth, nice to have a mechanic at the shop to prepare you for the road. It is fully awesome to have Daryl around here to be able to make sure that my home stays safe for us out there. I mean, Daryl's no help to me if I break down in the Yukon. Zero. He's probably good advice help. But having him here at the shop to make sure that we're fixed and repair any damage that happens, because I'm rough on things, it is really, really, really nice. But today we got a chance to do a bunch of really cool stuff back there. That'll be tomorrow's video. Should just be a fun vlog of a bunch of random stuff. It was a really fun day around here. We traded in our Ford Ranger, and we'll need some more stickers for our new truck, Wicked. We definitely have lots of stickers. What happened to Lauren? Lauren's not around here anymore. Will I be doing a meetup in Ontario? Yes, we will. How'd the transmission do? That's a brand new transmission in there. The transmission should hopefully be good. It's a year old. Same with the engine. The engine's only a year old as well too. So I think the transmission might be a year and a half. I don't really remember. How's the smell? Oh, what up, Scottish? How you doing, buddy? I smell's doing fine. I think it was because I kept my doors shut for way too long. And no, I didn't buy an ozone machine. I cleaned it using the little elbows and a little bit of work. I used vinegar last time, but I only used the regular home, whatever the cooking vinegar stuff is. I didn't actually get, Amanda's like, told you you'd be live before I got home. We just went live, Amanda, just. Like we've been live maybe 10 minutes. And people are already asking Amanda, when are those shirts going to be on the store? Y'all want to see something really gross? Let me show you. Want to see what happened in my fridge? Look at it. Oh, shit. You guys want a protein shake? And it squirted all up the wall here. Look at it. Those things are just exploding. The only ones that aren't frozen are these. They're cold, but they're not frozen. I accidentally bumped this setting, put it down to there, and it froze the entire fridge. My fault. Oh, man, that was funny. That was funny. Okay, please don't. Think this is gonna freeze? No. Sometimes when you open things like that, they freeze. It's good. What are the best ditch lights? That's a question for Van Toys. That's something you're gonna have to ask over on the Van Toys channel. We should probably do a live stream over on the Van Toys channel one day. That is a really, really good idea. Now that the Van Toys channel is doing pretty good, the views are doing great. I'm super, super happy with how that channel has turned out. So maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll do a live stream over there for you guys to ask those kind of questions, because here comes another one. Does Welltec make a 6-inch lift for the Mercedes? The answer to that is no, they don't. Don't put a 6-inch lift on a Mercedes. I think the maximum anybody's ever manufactured so far is a 2-inch lift, because you go any higher, you wreck the geometry of all the stuff below it on the Mercedes, and you're gonna have a world of problems from what I understand. So 2 inches is the maximum lift that they usually do on one of those. But they do make some super rad, our air compressor just turned on, one sec. But they do make some super rad shocks for them. I know King Coils makes quite the shock setup for the Mercedes. I'd like to do something like that at some point on the Mercedes. I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. How come I never get notified? Well, you must have found us somehow, Michael. We all just got here. PM says, after years of watching this channel, this is the first time I've caught it live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Mandy said, Dina, who is Lisa? If they're talking about, Amanda, if they're talking about Lisa, could be Lisa that came by here in the wheelchair. I don't see the comment here. Where's that? Where's Lisa tonight? If you're talking about Lisa, I don't know who Lisa is. Dina, I'm not sure who you're talking about. You stumbled across it because YouTube probably popped it up into your feed. Fixing the air locker. Abso-freaking-lutely we are. Relevant Traveler, which skylight are you getting for the Mercedes? They will probably be put on my Van Toy store. I've gone with a Nomadic Arc, the same company that makes the roof vent, a Nomadic Arc skylight. And I got the one with the lights in it. When you guys see it going into the Mercedes, that's when those things will be going up on the Van Toy store as well. But I'm so stoked to get the skylight. It's like 28 inches wide. That's a mighty, probably about yay long for the skylight. And then the actual width between the ribbing, I think it's 28 by 19 or something like that. Chris Chamberlain, not going to lie, I thought the smell was going to be the driver's seat. Swamp ass for real. Glad you have found it and figured it out. Yeah, don't worry. The front seat was the first thing I cleaned. I cleaned the floor, the whole front cab. When I first smelled the smell, I'm like, okay, it's got to be coming from the front seat. No, it wasn't. Alan, what's up, weirdos? Much love from Tennessee. How's Cruzy Bear feeling lately? He's feeling a little bit better, but he goes in on the 22nd for more x-rays, and we'll find out how he's doing at that point. Relevant Traveler. Wow, that's a big hole. It is a big hole. There's no coming back from that hole. When you're choosing to put a skylight in like that, there's no coming back. That's that skylight hole for the rest of that vehicle's life. That's it. You can only go bigger at that point. Going smaller is not an option. So making the choice to get the skylight was not an easy decision. It was a well thought out decision. Deciding to go with the skylight versus air conditioning in the back it was a pretty easy choice. I know I was on the fence about getting the AC because I didn't know if I was going to use it often, but how I've designed the top of the van, there will be a skylight in the very back, a roof vent in the very front, and then I still have that whole middle section. And I don't think we're going to run solar on the top of the van at all from the beginning. I'm going to put a second alternator in the back to feed my batteries because I drive enough that I think I can get away without solar for a little while. And then if I really think of it, if I can sneakily arrange the middle of the van, because that's still a chunk. It's still like this much room of space between my skylight and my roof vent in the front, that I could still put an air conditioning unit right smack dab in the middle and do a couple small solar panels in between. You know, I probably might even be able to fit another 200 or 300 watts up there for solar. I'm not a big solar guy because I found solar's never really added a ton to my van. I think the only way to make solar really worth it is to cover the entire roof. But we drive a lot on our adventures. And with that high output alternator that Mercedes makes, I have some people that say that they charge their whole 1,000 amp hour battery setup in the back of the Mercedes in like an hour on that alternator from dead to full. I'm like, oh, yes, please. Nomad slippery pole. Dust can retain odor, so keep on it. You know what? Speaking of that, maybe all of that smell was coming from all the dust that was inside of my fridge. It's possible because there was a lot of dust in there. And if that dust, because it's pulling in everything and putting it into it, it could be that all that dust that was in the fridge was holding all of the smell. It's very possible. Lucius says 200 watts of solar should be able to run a fridge and LED lights. Less watts, less W if you live in a sunny place. Agreed. So, I mean, I got friends of mine who live in their vans that don't run solar at all. Shoot, take Emily, for example. Emily's been in her van the entire time with no solar panel, and she's getting along just fine without a high output alternator. So in the Mercedes, there's a secondary bracket in the bottom of the engine for a super high powered alternator. That alternator would be one job, to run the house. The one that's on top of the engine, that's to run the van. The one that's on the bottom is strictly for the home. And those things are serious power output. So I might be able to get away without solar, and might even still have room to do roof vent, AC, and a skylight. How far do you think Emily drives in a month? She doesn't drive very far. She's a very slow traveler. She's unlike me, where I would be halfway across the country right now, and I know she left, last week? She might even still be on the island for all I know. She's a very slow traveler. Ooh, that's freaking cold. Oh. Someone just said EcoFlow makes a great alternator generator. Yeah, I've seen those things. They're pretty cool. Yeah, like those things are designed to charge your portable battery, and like they're perfect for it. I think that's a great idea, running those things. For those who don't want to do a bigger system, it's a great idea. How's Cruzy doing? He's getting lots of rest. He has definitely been sleeping a lot more. They said the medication was going to make him a little bit sleepy, and he's been sleeping a lot, which is good. Let him rest. Let him get that lung infection out of him. How's Danica making out? She's doing really good. Is she liking her new job? She seems like she likes her new job. Literally since she's been here, she's been making shirts. And I'm pretty sure at this point she thinks that's all we do around here is make shirts. But what happens around shirt making time is that things get really busy for a short amount of time making shirts, and then shirt sales die off. So she'll be learning other aspects of things to do around here, like website stuff, which we definitely need her assistance on for sure. Jeb, Chrome, did you get my message on here? I got that message. Thailand Canuck, how's Cruz feeling? A Vancouverite watching from Vietnam. Oh, wicked. He's doing good. Am I planning on adding more workout clips to my vlogs? Probably not. That was my way of, maybe trying to keep myself on track. If you guys knew that I was trying, that was putting those clips in there and doing that in that video. I was like, okay, have I been doing good at it? No. Have I been making slightly better choices? Yes. Better than I did the week before, and that's all I can say for myself, is if I can make a little bit more progress every week, then I'm doing pretty good. How's the new van coming along? We are honestly, thank you for reminding me about that. I'm going to write this down. We are waiting for parts, and it's been a little bit, so I'm going to inquire about those parts. Thank you. Message about wall fabric. That's all we're waiting for, is wall fabric, and then some of the door trims. We already got all that black hexagon wood, and then John down there can get ahead on doing the rest of that stuff pretty soon. Amanda must have responded. See, Amanda just responded to somebody. Mandy says she's still going to college, Terry. Believe it or not, we have colleges and universities on this island. Yes. I know she said a few people have been asking me, asking about Danica. Did she drop out of going to school? No, she's here working full time for the summer, working her ass off. And then once school time starts again, she's going to university out here and then working at the shop in all of her spare time. Tactical Nomad, what's up, buddy? Oh, is Badge in here too? What's up, bro? Jeff Guns from Detroit. Mike Left from Quebec, how you doing? Squirrel Nuts RC, I like the name. Thank you for all the great videos. You're welcome. I want to buy myself a RC car really bad. I think if we can get things moving around here and get some more money back in the banks around here, that maybe I'll spoil myself at Christmas time and buy myself a remote control car. I've been wanting one for 2 years solid. Someone gave me one for Christmas and it was an Amazon one. It was great, but I smashed it and I broke it. And because it's one of those ones from Amazon, they don't really make replacement parts for them. We're buying an actual good proper RC car from a brand who has replaceable parts. But I had so much fun with that thing. I think I wrecked it from water because it was just a small car and it was snowing outside and I'm ripping through the puddles and stuff in it. It was a blast. But getting that as a gift for Christmas really showed me that I want a big one. It's going to take a lot of super chats to buy one though. Let me tell you that. What do we have for super chats? $10. Whoo. If I did $10 every live stream, how many live streams would we have to do? 10. 225 live streams. Oh, I got an email from somebody. Oh, Mimi had questions about batteries. Mimi, if you're watching, I'll message you back after my live. 926 people, let's go. David said, you need to build an RC, it's better. Yeah, I don't know if I got time for that. I think I have time to repair one if I break one, but I don't know about building one. That'd be fun though. Tactical Nomad, what's first, a quad or an RC? Probably an RC car, because an RC car is going to cost me a fraction of what a quad's going to be. Even though a quad would be a lot of fun. Oh, Lauren P., so cool of you. Bribing you to stay until I get there. It's going to take a lot more than $20. I hear you coming early. I will definitely be here. I think Amanda said you were coming here on like the 3rd or something like that. I'll definitely be here. Keep up with Speedy says the RC car I want will cost me over $1,000. The one I want is $2,000 Canadian. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, there's been a couple times I just about pulled the trigger on it, but I'm like, I can't spend that kind of money. I can't do that. That's a lot of money for a remote control truck. It's big, but yeah, I'm so close sometimes. And I always find it's on a day where I'm really frustrated and really angry. I find sometimes shopping therapy helps me through those times. So sometimes you get in that scenario and you're like, screw it. You get into the shopping cart. You're like, if you hit buy, it'll make you feel good. But I'm like, no, look at the price tag. That's going to make you regret it. Chris, thank you for that. Donating $10 so Chrome can stop being a thirst trap on this live. Oh man, by all means, keep chucking it at me. I'll stop being a thirst trap. It's going to take a lot more than $10 though. Oh shit. Oh, Road Dykes, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Relevant Traveler, who's the new ship company for merch? Anybody but Canada Post. Canada Post went on strike today, so we'll be using other means of shipping stuff instead of using Canada Post. And I would prefer to never use Canada Post again. After this, I'm done. No more. It's been a lot. Because every time they go on strike, we got to make changes. Nah, I'm just done dealing with it, so let's just cut them out. Oh, Tactical Nomad, thank you. What about the postal strike? Yeah, it's on strike. No big deal. We just don't ship anything via postage. So everything will probably go out UPS, Purelator, FedEx, and whoever else is going to take it out. We just won't do any letter mail through this time. They're being on strike now. I mean, we'll probably do letter mail once Canada Post is off of strike for doing stickers and stuff. But right now, stickers will only be available with shirt orders. So we'll have a drop-down menu on there so you can add your sticker packs to your order. But that's it until they're off strike. But for regular packages, I'd like to say bye to those guys. They've caused too much of a headache. Am I ever going to release the off-the-grid shirt with the trees on the sleeve? That is a damn good idea. Thank you for dropping that in there. We possibly could do that soon. Off the grid. Long sleeve. We have long sleeve shirts upstairs. We could definitely probably do that. I appreciate it. Kodiak Crave ATV, man, see you later. Chrome, can you sell a lift kit piece by piece? No. My suggestion to you, if you're on disability and you can't afford to do it all at once, my suggestion is there's better things in life to spend your money on than a lift kit. Unless it's dead necessary that you need it and you're way out in the backcountry all the time, I would say if you can't afford one, you're probably better to spend your money on way more satisfying things than a lift kit. Like a remote control car. Yeah, lift kits are very expensive, man. They're not a cheap endeavor. Like to lift a Ford Econoline van, you're looking at just under $10,000. How much is your overland interior van build going to cost? I am not too sure. It is a custom van build. So I don't know, van builds can be extremely expensive, you guys. Like it could be upwards of $20,000+ or more. All depends on how crazy we go, how detailed we go, the type of wood that we're using. And because there's gonna be a lot of custom stuff done in mine. So every hour spent is another hour on the clock. So we're not too sure. So right now, because of money being tight, I'm gonna grind my ass off as much as I can and get as many videos done as I can prior to going out there so YouTube ad revenue can kind of fund that build, hopefully. And then I might hold off on some of the bigger ticket items because there's a lot of big ticket items that I want, but I don't think I can afford. So I might not go all in on the big electrical system. I probably won't be going with the full heated floor system. The heated floor is already in the van, so if I want to add the system later, I can. Will I be buying the system right out the gate? Probably not. That might be something we might do a year down the line or when money flows in a little bit better. I've been really bad on uploading videos lately, which is kicking me in the pocketbook in a major way. But things around the shop have been a little bit busy and getting the daughter all settled in and stuff, and it's just been taking me away from uploading. So I'm gonna get back on it. When videos flow, things are a lot less stressful. MJ Jess, I'm just jumping in. How's the van smelling today? Smells good today. Chrome, can you please sniff a show? Can you please sniff a show of yours just so we can stop the small? The small is coming from your shoes. The smell is coming from my shoes. My shoes don't stink. Yeah, Amanda was telling me that there's a bunch of people like, it's your shoes, it's your shoes. Those shoes are 2 months old. They are not my shoes. The Converse I've been wearing are brand new. They're not my shoes. That's hilarious. You guys don't think, hold on a second. I smelled my shoes on camera. I did. This is like not recently, but when I first smelled that smell like a week or 2 weeks ago, I literally smelled my shoes on camera. It could be my feet. Someone told me it was my dirty ass. I should wash my ass. I forgot. Oh, the comment sections have been funny. You have a Jackery that can power a house, I think. Have you considered using that in your van? You have the room. So yeah, one thing about the Jackery battery, so when we're talking about that in that video, I have a Jackery battery that you can run some fridges and a few things on. Temporary. Like using one Jackery battery in a van with the power consumption that I use in there, I would need a constant flow of power coming in. So using a portable battery like a Jackery in my permanent home situation isn't gonna work. It's great supplemental power, and I love my Jackeries for supplemental power. They're beautiful, but for using one in my power scenario, I'm a power hungry beast. I suck juice in my van like you would not believe. So that's, and getting the power back in the battery is the hardest part. So having mine built in that I can charge from my alternator is the only way I can survive in my van. Portable power doesn't work once you get into the power hungry stage of a van life. Those things are great when you're starting out before you start realizing how much of a power hog you are. Like, I didn't become a power hog until probably year number 2 or 3. That's when I was like, just more juice, more juice, more juice. Will the lift kits work on a shuttle bus? Absolutely. If it's a Ford Econoline or a Chevy Express shuttle bus, it absolutely will. Why? Because that Ford E450 shuttle bus is seriously just a van. That's why we put lift kits on RVs, because technically it's just a van. The only thing that may be different on the shuttle bus may be the rear leaf springs. I don't think so. That's something I'd have to hit up WellTech about, but I know for the most part you should be okay. More juice should be a new shirt logo. K-Bang, FPV. Good day, Chrome. Thanks for getting us / me all inspired to get my 74 Combi on its way to its finish date. Oh, wicked. Doing those projects, that's a big project, man, especially if you're taking something older and making it into something. Doing those kind of restorations, they're pretty cool and big. Dominic says, I watched the beginning of your journey years ago. It's great to see you again. Well, if you're just new back around here, hi, how you doing? Nice to have you back. Will the Explorer 300 power a fridge? For a couple of hours, it probably will. That's a small battery, and depending on what your fridge is pulling and the time of the year, if you're in the summertime, you might get 4 hours of use on a fridge, 5 hours of use on a fridge before that thing's probably going to needing to be recharged. The easiest way to put it is a 300. Excuse me. I tried to hold that in, but I was scared it's going to come out as a fart. So that's a 300 watt hour. So you got 300 watt hours. Say your fridge pulls 25 watts on average. That gives you 12 hours of runtime before that battery needs to be charged again. If your fridge gets spikes, that's going to be less time than that. So you might bring that down to 8 hours if the thing's kicking on a lot. But you never know. You could get more than 12. But still, if you look at it, that's less than one entire day on one battery to run a fridge. Oh my God, new merch. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. Probably tomorrow. Have you installed this flux capacitor in your new van build? Absolutely. We got 35 flux capacitors in my new van build. Of course. Crazy? Isn't that what you do? Come on. Christopher, weirdo, will you take $15,000 for your current van? Right now, I would not sell this van to somebody because of the state of the rust on the underside. Would I sell it for 15 grand? I'm taking the bumpers back and the wheels back. Tell you what, if I can take the bumpers and the wheels back, you can have it for shit. I'll even put replacement bumpers on it, but those WellTech bumpers have to come back. I'd sell that thing with everything else on it for, I'll sell it for 10. Shit, I'll sell it for, I just want the tires and the wheels and the bumpers. That's it. Literally. You make me a good deal, you can have it. But I'm done with this van. I hit a point today. Come on, man. I got no back tires on it. What the heck? It's getting lots of love, though. There's nothing wrong with it. We're just doing some maintenance stuff on it to make us ready for some travels. But I'd sell that. You know, I even said today that maybe after the big last hoorah travels trip we go on here in another week or 2 weeks or so, maybe after that last hoorah, I rip it apart. Maybe I give my build on the inside. Maybe I rip the whole build out of the inside and I give it away to somebody. Done. Are you replacing the locker? And we are fixing the locker. You have to watch tomorrow's video to find out what the happened with that locker. Linda Stellar, don't talk yourself out of money. You'll regret it. This thing owes me zero. That thing owes me nothing. There is nothing in this thing that owes me a damn penny. That thing funded everything we do around here. So if I were to sell that thing for 10 grand, that's 10,000 in my pocket. I am good. Ross, if you're super power hungry, add a second alternator just for the house. Battery is 200 amp, straight to charging. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier, that those Mercedes make some pretty rad secondary alternators. Imagine that 200 amps running right to the back. Let's go. Brad's like, you can't sell your OG van. Of course I can. Or I rip it apart and I keep the parts. And we take the van to the demolition derby. There you go. A Pepper, 200 amp would take 5 hours to charge 1,000 amp hours, which is amazing. 1,000 amp hours to run your van for 5 hours just to charge it up to a Hyundai? Perfect. No worries. Nom noms for Cruzy. Thanks for the super chat. Nom noms for Cruzy. My build is almost done. Just a kitchen counter and ceiling left. Woohoo! Going on a trip this weekend. That is so rad. I can't wait until I'm in the spot that you're at, that I can take my Mercedes out for a first time living adventure. Super cool. That's gotta be a really great feeling. The OG van would be good to put out front and post and put a big sign on it. It absolutely would, I agree. I think at that point, we'd have to gut everything inside of it, take out everything on the outside that's worth any value, put a fake bumper on the front and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to, these are beautiful Well-Tech bumpers on there. I don't want to let that sit out front and rot. Someone come by and steal my bumpers off of it. But I think if I were to do that, it's possible. Build a structure out front and put the van out there on some rocks. Hey, I wonder if the owner here would give me that kind of space out front where I could literally drive my van up on a bunch of big rocks and write van toys right across that van. I might be down for that. Just take the engine out of it, take the transmission out of it because they're brand new, and just leave the shell of a home parked out there on the rocks. All right. We're on to something. Ooh, I want some hamburger helper. Me and Amanda went out for dinner tonight and she had mac and cheese. It looks so good. Christopher says, how about $23,000 including the rims, bumpers, and Daryl fixes the rust? There is too much rust on the bottom to be fixed. It would probably honestly cost me probably 10 grand to fix all that rust. Without a doubt. I had Daryl look at it. I'm like, Daryl, maybe while I'm out there doing stuff in the Mercedes, we fix the rust. Daryl looked around. Daryl was like, I don't think the van's worth financially what it would cost to get the rust repair done. There's a lot underneath that thing. Shit, you give me 20 grand, you can come take the van. Take it. I'm not responsible for anything that happens to it rust-wise. If it falls apart, the body goes smashing down on the frame because all the body mounts break through, I'm not responsible. Mac and cheese, so good. Yes, Linda, that would be called as is. When was my last real DJ gig? 2016 was my last big show that I did. I did some small DJing after that. We did some smaller events, but my last real DJ show was 2016. Any thoughts on putting a clear bra on the new van to protect the paint? I am probably going to Line-X the front hood and down the bottom sides of the Mercedes. Aw, Alan, thank you. Alan, $10 in the super chat. Contribution to the RC fund. So cool. Is it weird to be a 50-year-old man and want a toy like that? I just think it'd be a lot of fun. You know, I'm a big kid that way. To go rip around the yard on a remote control. You want to see the one I want? It's big. 2 years of dreaming about this thing. Where is it here? All right, it's got to be some images besides somebody. Come on, give me a person holding it. We need to get some like perspective here. There's really no pictures. There you go. Look how big that thing is. That's the one that I want. I dream about this thing. I spend some days flipping through YouTube just to watch people bashing these at skateboard parks. One day, my friends, one day. Aaron Malone, BC Hobbies at Hillside Mall in Victoria, BC has those. So yeah, they're really popular. The Traxxas X-Max 8S, they're really popular bashing RC. And I've been wanting one for a while. Paul says, nothing wrong with that. I'm 56 and collect Hot Wheels. That's right, bro. I love that shit. In my Facebook marketplace, every time I see guys selling the whole collection, I always hit that save button because I don't know, one day I kind of think maybe I might buy their collection from them. I'm like, ooh, you have like 2,000 cars? And I always hit save and they're always sold by the time I don't think I would ever buy it, but I have mad respect for that stuff. It's so cool. I never got into collecting that stuff, and man, did I ever have a lot of Hot Wheels back in the day. Cruzy would ever run for his money with that toy. Yeah, for sure. He would love it. Mike says, I've seen twice as big and gas-powered. I don't know if I would want a gas-powered one. See, like, another hold back on that thing was like, I'd have no room to put it in here. I even measured the top of my freezer. It would fit width-wise on top of my fridge freezer, but the tires are wider than the actual top of it for the narrow part. But I'd have room in the Mercedes, though, for sure. Maybe. Jim says, stop spending money for 6 months and focus on the Benz. I am not spending money on shit. That Mercedes-Benz is getting everything. And not even that. Like, I'm holding back on all the big ticket items. We're going to have to wait till probably next year to put power on that thing. I don't think I can do it this year. How'd you break the front of my phone? Honestly, I had an anger issue one day. I don't get mad often, but that day I was just frustrated. I was like 3 days no uploading videos, and I get annoyed when I don't upload. Like I love uploading videos, and when too many things get in the way, one day I just got so much stuff was going on, and I got mad, and something wasn't working out. I took my phone like this, and I just went boom. I hucked it. Nobody was at the shop. I was here by myself. It hit the forklift and went smash right against the forklift. I picked it up, seen the broken screen, and I didn't even care. I was so frustrated, I didn't even care. No, well, it's just a sign of, Chrome. Don't be an idiot. Stupid boys. Yeah. But this thing's taken a ton of falls. Like, I had to fling that thing hard. Virginia Cruzy's doing good. Aaron says, life is rough and tough and hard. It is sometimes. For me, I don't, like, I'm pretty level-headed with a lot of stuff. It just takes a lot to get me angry. But when days of too many things getting in my way, and it's a frustrating day. Happens sometimes. Did I ever DJ hip-hop events? There was a big chunk of my career that all I did was, I was a hip-hop DJ forever. That was a big chunk of my club career. All I spun was mostly hip-hop. And then my energy changed, and I felt like the dance music and stuff was more my energy. So we ended up spinning a lot of house music towards the end. Oh, Anna, thank you. Have a cup of coffee on me. Anna, that was really sweet of you. But yeah, and even now too, if I'm playing around upstairs, I find I drop a lot of hip hop these days. But yeah, I used to do a ton of hip hop events, and then I don't know. I found I'd started to diversify myself a lot more and getting into a bit more like general top 40, open genre stuff, so I can kind of be at any club and play beginning hours to peak hours. So I can play the hip hop portion of the night, I can play the dance music portion of the night. I can mash those things up together. So I found the more diversified I got as I grew older as a DJ was, it got me more gigs. Steve, 90s hip hop is the best. I have to agree. 90s and the 2000s was pretty epic too, man. Can't hold that back. 2000s, 2010s hit some pretty hard stuff. It was great. But yeah, that genre right there, 90s to early 2000s, good stuff. Would I ever do a get-together at the shop? Yeah, I think at some point down the line when we start to actually open the shop up as a public place to come, I definitely do a get-together here. I think the girl that has the business below me, I think if she ever leaves and we turn that into a showroom, that's when I'd start doing like little things here, like maybe on Sundays. What up, Overland Interiors? He says, just heading home from the shop. Andy, what time is it there? 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock and you're just getting home? Better get some rest, bro. When I come there, you're going to work 24 hours a day. I love Andy. He's a hard worker. Paul, thank you. Paul Moore for the RC car fund. I appreciate that, Paul. Robert from Prince George. My son just moved back to Prince George. Seth is up there again. He opened up a landscaping company in Prince George. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Steve. I can't see you for another 3 more years. You guys are awesome for giving to my RC car fund. David, I think you were the one I just seen on a voicemail today. Hold on, let me find it. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but I know I got a voicemail. Hold on.
Hi, Chrome. This is David, traveling ferret up in Vegas. I have no other way to hold you through this, but I was watching your video about the snow. I'm a professional detailer in Vegas. And I go to a detail store. They do have what they carry, like bombs that you let off in your car. You just start your car and you run your AC in your van as you do it. You set up the bomb and you turn on, you leave your car running, set up the bomb, close your windows, run the AC to recycle air, and that supposedly cleans out the vents and everything in your van. Hopefully that'll work. Other than that, that's the only idea I can give you. Thanks, buddy.
Cool, man. Thanks, bro. I seen that message come through and I didn't get a chance to press play on it. Thanks, man. I appreciate the tip and advice. I'll definitely look into something like that. That's cool. Free USA account. Oh, you guys. Aaron says, I'm going to make your channel an everyday part of my life. I wish I was as good as uploading videos as I used to be, so I could be a part of your actual everyday life. Does YouTube take a part of your super chats? Yeah, they do take a service fee off the top of the super chats. Snow job, here's to start the drive to the Smile More Laundromat in Ohio fun. Oh, guys, you know how fun that would be? A little road trip down to Roman Atwood's Smile More Laundromat. I would love that. That'd be so much fun. Dude, I like that idea. I think, there's been a lot of people asking, like, when you come to the States, I'm like, meh. And right now, with all the things going on at the border, I don't want to be like, get shunned away because I have Canadian plates on my van. But that trip would be something I think is worth doing. That would be a lot of fun. Thanks for bringing that one up. I like it. Oh, you guys with the super chats. Ben, this is for the four-wheeler fund. I think you should get that before the RC car. Try to get an RC through channel sponsorship. That, my friend, is a very good idea. Hit up X-Max. There's another good one. You guys are full of making notes today. I never thought about that. Hit up X-Max. Cool. Thanks. Kathy throwing down the $2. Where's Cruzy? Oh, Kim. Treats for Cruzy. Hope he's feeling better. Cruzy is doing pretty good. You guys want to go up and see him? Hold on. Okay. Let's go see Cruzy. Without a doubt, he's probably sleeping on his chair. Cruzy, coming. On my cool license plates. Hi, buddy. People have been wondering how you're doing. How you doing? You doing good? Hi, buddy. Hi. Cruzy, you gonna wake up or anything? Or these drugs they're giving you, they're just knocking you out? You get lots of rest, bro. Where's my boy? Where's my boy? He's looking at me like, will you get out of here, please? Dad was so peaceful without you up here. That's my buddy. Yeah. A lot of people asking about you. You feeling okay? Yeah, you're a legend, bro. Yeah, you're a legend. Hey. Look at the look in his eyes. What? What? What are you looking at me for? No, there you go. He said, Dad, you stopped scratching. Why'd you stop? Hey, buddy. People gave you super chats for treats today. Yes, they did. Hey, I'm gonna go buy you some treats with that. Some cookies. Hey, maybe some duck feet. Maybe some duck feet. All right, bro. Speaking of that, we should go pull out some duck feet for Cruzy. Duck feet. Duck feet. Sorry, guys. Disgusting. I can go to Cruzy's dinner. Aww. Cruzy Kathy Fowler just gave $10 and said that you need to put up some videos on your channel. Cruzy woke up. He's like, what, no food? Sorry, bro. Your food's got to thaw out, buddy. It's got to thaw out. You can go back to bed now, buddy. It's going to be about 10 minutes, okay? Maybe 15. Oh, Cruzy. So yeah, new stuff will be coming out probably tomorrow. Ooh. Smells like cat pee in here. For real. Daryl's working on my differential. And if you don't know, differential oil smells like pee. So Kim and everybody who bought treats for Cruzy Bear, I appreciate it. Robert, will I be going through Prince George on your way north this year? So because I missed the ferry going north, I might not go that far north. We will see how time permits. But someone told me recently that even though the ferry online says it's no longer taking bookings, that sometimes you can call and get in. So I might do that. If I can shave off that 20-hour drive around and just catch the ferry over from here and less wear and tear on the van, I'll probably do it. So I might try and call and see if I can get into taking the ferry over. But online says sold out, so, but you never know. Bison lived near Qualicum for 3 years. Never saw you in the area, but enjoy seeing the island through your videos from Regina. I'm a DJ too. I'm very close to finishing on my short Chevy music bus after 2 years. Super cool. Loved it that you called it the music bus. Terry says, I saw Dirty Clothes. Where'd you see Dirty Clothes? Does my daughter watch my channel yet? I don't think so. I know she pops into videos and stuff like that and watches the videos that she's in. But I've been thinking about maybe making that a part of her job here. Is just to keep an eye on my videos, because if she knows what's going on around my world, she will learn a lot more about this business that we're in if she watches what I do on a daily basis. Because like Amanda watches all my videos and she learns so much from the videos that we make here and on Van Toys, and even when she watches some of the other businesses around us here that make videos. She's like, she learns so much about van life and like repairs and things that always happen around vans. So I think I might get my daughter to start watching more of us, even though she won't understand the Van Toys channel, but at least the more she's around it, the more these terms will start making sense. But I don't think she watches her dad's channel. I don't think she cares. Is that ferry expensive? Very expensive. I think that ferry's like $600 or $700. It's a lot. I don't even know what that ferry is. I think I paid $600 to get back on that ferry last year. Amanda would know. She does my bookkeeping. Lori says, I'm loving the Van Toys channel. Thank you. Aaron says, leaving this island is expensive. Yeah, even taking the regular ferry across is still $100. Yeah, Amanda says, yeah, because I rented the cabin in there last time. Which was cool, but not necessary. I think if I took it again, I wouldn't rent the cabin. I think if I wanted to sleep, I'd just sleep on the floor in there somewhere. I got all the little luxuries because I figured, okay, let's enjoy this little ride. And I'm kind of glad I did get the cabin in some ways. It allowed me to kind of sleep a little bit. But it was so foggy, that whole 17-hour ferry or whatever it was, that I didn't get to see any of the beauty through that inside passage. So be nice if I hit it again and the weather was nice and I got to see the area. Because some people say they see a lot of whales throughout there and a lot of different stuff. Because you're really close to the shoreline as you're going through some of that inside passage, like you're really, really close. So a lot of times they see bears and stuff on the side of the shores there. I didn't catch any of that stuff. Like Dale says, Blind Views had a very nice vlog of you helping Lisa with her batteries. Yeah, someone had sent me through that. I like Blind Views. Mike, welcome to Mike Can't. Welcome to stage one on YouTube memberships. I appreciate you joining. Relevant Traveler says probably just expensive in fuel to drive. You're exactly right. It's probably cheaper in fuel to drive around, but that's a huge drive. And we're talking like, at that point, you're looking at like 2,200 kilometers of driving. That's Amanda. You're looking probably about 2,200 kilometers of driving. Amanda's like, please answer this. Amanda said, please answer this, as ladies asked like 100 times. Chrome, could the van smell issue be your AC or heater? I mentioned that in the video after the cleaning. Because the same smell I found, I had a bird hit and stuck in the front ear instead of the vents. So I mentioned this, that might even be tomorrow's video. Now that the van is super spotless and clean, there's no smell coming out of those vents. Because the van smelled, everything kind of smelled. But the vents smell like just heat. There's no odor coming from the vents. So far, everything seems good. Thanks, Amanda, for sending me through these things. Oh, I see it there too. Oh, Gene's like, I'm starting to feel ignored. I'm not spam. Gene, you know how many hundreds and thousands of messages I miss in every live stream? You're not being ignored. I can't read everybody's message. It's impossible. Are you planning to visit Quebec on your way east? Yes. The Gaspé Peninsula, we were out there 2 years ago. I was out all through Gaspé and stuff. Was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago? 2 years ago. And we're 7 weeks in Nova Scotia. We all went back coming through Quebec. We went all up through Gaspé. It was beautiful out there. Lots of East Coast videos on my channel from that trip. Probably one of my favorite trips I ever took. Sydney, Nova Scotia. I'm coming back your way. Do I still have that cool vacuum in its own drawer? Yes. I love my little Dyson vacuum. Was expensive as shit, but man, do I love that vacuum in my van. It's so good. I think the ultimate way to clean the inside of a van is two things. Having a little blower, the little blower things, and having a vacuum. The little Dysons were great. Judy says, if you're watching, please subscribe and comment. It helps the channel. Definitely subscribe. That definitely helps the channel. Comment stuff doesn't really make a ton of difference. Subscriptions, definitely. Will I do a meetup in southeastern Ontario? Maybe. A vacuum, you know, believe it or not, for the longest time in my van, I never had a vacuum. I used the blower to just blow everything out the door of my van. What's wrong with Cruz? Cruz has some congestion in his lungs. So he's been really snotty in the nose. He's been coughing a little bit. So he's on antibiotics right now. Mike says, if you're watching, subscribe to Van Toys too. I think if you're into shop stuff, definitely go check it out. Any interest in the ambulance? No, but I've definitely pondered on putting this thing up for sale. I really honestly have. One, I could use the cash flow to build a Mercedes. That's why when someone was in my comments today making offers on this, if you're serious, man, hit me up. I could use that money to build my Mercedes. Shit, I'll sell them both together. Yeah. Kim Jones, you are the longest YouTube member that I watch. I appreciate that. Kim is solely responsible for the most sponsored shower scenes, I think, on any YouTube channel on the planet. A meetup in Saskatchewan would be nice. Yeah, it depends on what kind of timeline we have on the way back. So I have a little worry that we're going to come back too far into winter, and doing meetups throughout the winter time might not be high on my agenda list. So depending on my timeline going through, because I'm kind of in a rush to get to Ontario because we have a lot to do once I get out there. New roof vent, what's the cost? I need to replace my Max Air. Depends on where you are, depends on what the cost is. I think if you're in the USA, the cost of that fan is Amanda would know. Go on to vantoys.com. There's none in stock right now in the USA. The USA is wiped out. Because in the USA, we ship directly from Nomadic Arc's warehouse. So it doesn't come from Canada at all. It goes drop ships from Nomadic Arc's warehouse straight to you guys. So they don't have any stock. They have a new shipment coming in very soon. Us here, we have no stock here either. We have new ones coming in. So Amanda just said $395 USD plus $30 shipping, usually within the USA, from the USA. In Canada, those fans are $600 plus whatever shipping would be within Canada. And we have a new shipment of fans coming in about a week. Yeah, Andrew, you're coming in from my Canadian side of my site. The American side and Canadian side are two different sites on ours. But yeah, there's 600 Canadian here. Gene says, do you think you'll come through Houston again? I like that little place. Our farmers market starts in June. I promise I won't freak out this time. Maybe. It's a cool little spot out there in Houston. Aaron Malone, Jesus, that's pricey. Oh, you wait till the price increases come in for everybody. Things are about to get nuts. Randy, I'm one province over. Yeah, I mean, Canada, we're doing pretty good for that stuff, but we're getting notifications from all the American guys that prices are going up a lot. I could also show you some awesome free lakeside camping. I'm not sure if we're like I said, this trip going through is going to be fast, and coming back is going to be coming back home. You know what I mean? I think after being, it's a big travel season this year. Like, we're focusing my travels this year on the East Coast. So technically my travels will begin in Toronto, from Toronto, probably to Newfoundland and back to Toronto. That will be the base of our adventures this year. We'll probably straight shot it through, bounce around a little bit on the way to Ontario, but I'm probably going to leave here on Vancouver Island. Within 5 days, we should be in Toronto. I'm going to just hustle. Get me straight there. And then we can get into the rental van and then take off the rest. But once we leave Toronto, we'll have lots of adventure time, and we'll be going through everywhere, through New Brunswick and Quebec and Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia, and probably over to Newfoundland on this trip as well too. So we'll have a span of, I can't remember how long it's going to end up being, but it's going to be a lot of adventure squeezed in a short amount of time. Dan Islander. Now, question is, are these prices going to stay? Yeah, chances are. Chances are. They're going to have another reason to do a price increase, and then they'll never come back down. Like COVID was a reason for a price increase, and they never dropped. And I guarantee this is going to be another reason, and no more drop. Without a doubt. Pretty soon we'll be drinking cups of coffee. It'll be $10 a cup of coffee. Yeah. Oh, the story of our lives. Dan Islander, exactly. I know, I agree. Will Andy be filming any of the work being done on the Mercedes for me? My plan is to leave Andy my camera. So when I drop off my van, Andy's not going to build it all out while I'm away. That will be happening with you guys on camera. I'm not going to miss filming any of that stuff. While Andy has the van, there's a lot of planning, a lot of designing, a lot of creating all that stuff in CAD, because it's all cut out on a CNC machine. So there's a lot of design work done on Andy's side that will need to be done before I get back. And then some more pre-work stuff, like the floor will need to go in, the ceiling will need to be done. Andy will probably film that stuff. And then we will be there for all the cabinets going in, for all the cabinets being made. The major chunk of that van coming together will be filmed on camera. I am not going to miss out on any part of that. That's the fun part about YouTube for me, is I love filming those things. I love, like, my personal thing I love about it is the documentation that I have to be able to go back and reference how things were built. You know what I mean? I love it now that I can go back and say, I don't remember what I did. I know I filmed it because I film everything, to go back and actually find what I did that day, how we did it. We even used, when we put this shop together, Mike the electrician went back to find the videos that he was in when he was doing a certain thing on electrical, because he was not sure if the box was on this side of the stud or that side of the stud. So he looked back and went into my videos to find out where he put it. You know, and I'm like, genius that I film everything enough that we can go back and back reference. So we're filming all of it. As much of it as I can. Yeah. But it's fun, man. Even when I'm chatting and having a conversation with somebody, I reference my YouTube channel for telling a bigger story every time. Hey, Chrome, question on your new t-shirts. Are they going to be posted on the Van Toys website or Vancity Vanlife? I need to rock the new shirts this summer. I want to order 5 different ones. So we're doing something different this time. Normally, we release Vancity Vanlife shirts on Vancity Vanlife, and the Van Toys shirts are only available on the Van Toys store, which means if you're in Canada, in the USA, you're the only ones that can buy from the Van Toys store, because our Van Toys store is not international. What we're doing now is all the Van Toy shirts will all be available on vancityvanlife.ca as well. So you can buy them on both. Because we've had some people in the UK going, oh, I wish I could buy one of those, you know, big Van Tiny Penis shirts, but we can't ship to the UK on the Van Toy store. So we're now going to put them on the Vancity Vanlife side so people can pick these up if they want internationally, just to make it easier for you guys. They're both kind of blend together anyway, because they're both mine. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Outdoorsy guy, you got to go to Newfoundland. Yeah, I think that's the plan this year. Swillifornia, thank you for being an inspiration to me. I bought a Bare Bones 2020, the Bare Bones 22 Chevy Express 2500 extended. Cheers to you, Cruz, and Amanda, and everyone else. Swilla, California. Oh, Swillifornia, sorry. Appreciate the super chat. That's rad. If you look on the Van Toys channel, we just did a lift kit in a GMC Savannah. Chevy Express, kind of the same thing. Yeah, we did a 3-inch lift and it looked great. Am I coming to London, Ontario on this trip? I am not too sure. I know we're going to be out that way for quite a while. Mana Block letters. We are not selling shirts to Hawaii or internationally until the Canada Post strike is over. That's right. I forgot about that, you guys. So Canada Post is on strike, which means sending shirts via like UPS and stuff internationally is very pricey. So, and Hawaii is out too, which doesn't make sense because Hawaii is technically the USA, I think. But it is what it is. Amanda's the boss of the shipping, so if she says that, then that's yes, ma'am. No, I guess she went in and did some pricing on it, and I guess to ship a T-shirt to the UK with those other companies is just crazy expensive. Yeah, strike does start this Friday. Sad, sad, sad. Silk Screen Entertainment, love to have a beer with you, man. My wife is in love with your dog. Everybody's in love with my dog. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna do some meetups this year. I had some really cool ideas about, I don't wanna kind of say them. Maybe I should just say them in there. It's a really good idea. But I haven't ironed out this part yet with Karma camper vans. I want to do some camping trips with some of you guys who want to take a Karma camper van out for a couple of days and go camping with me and Cruzy Bear in a rental van. And I'm still working out the details with Karma camper vans, and I think it will be a lot of fun because it'll be towards the end of the season for them, so they'll have more camper vans available to rent in the fleet. I thought it might be kind of fun let's all go meet up in Toronto, rent a bunch of camper vans, and go have some fun for a couple of days. So I'm still trying to work out the details on how that's all going to work with them, but I thought it might be kind of fun for those people who have never experienced van life before, that want to rent a camper van while I'm living in a rental camper van for a while my van's getting done, and we can go out and just do some van life stuff together where you can just rent a camper van, experience van life for the first time, hang out with me and Cruzy for a weekend or so. So I've been bouncing around some ideas with them because I'm going to be in Ontario for a long time. It's not like it's going to be a short in and out and gone. We'll be in the Toronto area for a fair amount of time this year. So I figured maybe we can do some fun weekend stuff like take out a bunch of rental camper vans. Yeah, that'd be fun. Some people in here are like, good morning. I don't know where you're at. Oh, the Great Spoon, thank you. The Great Spoon just popped in and gifted 10 YouTube memberships. It was gifted to Baralol? I said that one wrong. Swilla, I'd rather be with my dog. I like that one. Mark, Travis, Phil, Nomad Life, A Cool Cucumber, and Anon 8219. The Great Spoon, thank you for gifting those memberships. That's awesome. Diana, remember to feed Cruz. He also has a block of food up there, which sometimes takes a bit of time to thaw out. But I'll definitely feed Cruzy Bear while we're on this live stream. He eats raw food, so it gets a little slobbery. But question on Super Chat. Once I give my payment info, do I have to fill out every time I want to Super Chat? I don't know. You shouldn't. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't think mine does. I think when I drop a Super Chat on mine, I think I just have to double tap on the side to say yes. That's it. think for me, that's how that works. I think I hit the super chat and then I just boop, boop, double on the side. I think once you put that information in there once, I don't know, try it. Try saying $100 this time. Jokes. Lauren P says, mine saves the payment info. It's too easy. Prove it. Oh, geez. Yeah, mine's pretty simple because I drop super chats in a lot of people's live streams all the time. I dropped one in a live stream the other day and I totally didn't need to. I knew they weren't going to see it anyway, but I dropped it in. It was on a Heavy D Sparks video. There was like 5,000 people in the stream and I dropped something in there and I knew they were going to see it anyway, but I dropped $20 anyway, just in case they did see it. Oh, the Relevant Traveler, thank you. My donation to the beers for the Ontario Meetup. Aw, super rad. Depends on where in Ontario, depends on if I got time to do it. Maybe we'll actually do it at an actual brewery itself. The last time I did a meetup in Ontario, I keep seeing the little super chat over there. I appreciate that. I bought beers for everyone. If you've seen those videos, I was walking around going, yo, anybody wants free beer, follow me. And everybody just started to follow me. And I literally bought beers for whatever subscriber was in the lineup behind me. It was pretty fun. Aaron Malone, nice, Heavy D. I like his channel. It's a good channel. Sue Bishop, we're all broke. Sue, me too. Me too. I wish everything... Oh, Mike on the super chat. I love camping, but camping with Chrome, amazing. I'm just north of Toronto in Barrie. I'll bring Quails Brewing. See, we might even just do a gathering at Quails Brewing. That would be a ton of fun again. Quails was such a great venue to do a gathering. And I think if time permits and I can organize something, maybe doing something like that out there again would be a lot of fun. I wish I could do that in the Mercedes. Maybe we do that pre-going to Overland Interiors while the Mercedes is still empty. Maybe that might be a fun little situation. Do one at the Quails Brewing while the weather's still good. It's still at the tail end of summer. And maybe we'll talk about doing that if I can fit that into the schedule. Sue's like, that was a great video too. Those are really good times. And Mandy's like, you're not allowed to buy everyone beer again. So Amanda's my bookkeeper, so she sees everything. But Amanda, I mean, I can't afford it this time. Not after building the Sprinter, I can't afford it this time. But last time it was a lot of fun. It's good to give back to you guys that way. And honestly, the bill wasn't that high. I thought for sure it was going to be bigger. Believe it or not, the bill was manageable. The beer has probably doubled in price. Yeah, probably. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Overland Interiors, he can definitely buy more beer. The beer fridge needs it. Andy, my beer fridge at my shop is a mess right now. Like an absolute mess. I accidentally turned my fridge into freezer mode and I froze everything in it and everything exploded. Everything exploded. Tactical Nomad says, I like Matt's Off-Road Recovery, me too. And then Fab Rats, Robbie Layton, Tom Tom Shop, Casey Liddell, but Heavy D, not so much. Yeah, I like the Heavy D channel. I watch Matt's Off-Road Recovery too. I pop into Fab Rats every once in a while. You're not going to make poor Danica clean it, I hope. No, Lauren P., we're going to save that fridge for you. That's all yours. Merry Christmas. My gift to you. Fridge full of, it'll be really nasty by the time you get here. Mandy's like, I told him to clean it. No, Amanda, you clean it. You can clean the fridge. My job here is to make videos. Filming the madness in the fridge, my job is done. I should plug in my my phone before it dies. Are we charging? We're good. Tracy, thanks for the super chat. Oh, Mandy's dropping the, calling me a silly man. I didn't read that properly, Amanda. I apologize. Amanda says that she would clean it. Well, congratulations. Ta-da! It's all yours. I'll even put a bow on it for you. I wonder what else is going to explode in there by the time before you get here. Well, Amanda, I think we should wait on cleaning it. Maybe not, because that stuff will probably get super sticky on the walls, but we don't have a hose out front of the shop. None. So there's no way to like rinse that whole thing out until we get that hose out there fixed. It sucks. But you're a super gal. Made by Mandy, super gal. Oh. Lauren P's like, thanks. Thanks, Amanda. You saved me from super stale beer. Yeah, that beer in there is probably done now. It's probably not good at all. It's gross in there. Like, I want something to drink right now, and there's nothing in there. I smashed 2 of these. I wonder if there's another one in there. Oh. Let's go see. Nope, just water. You guys think I should try and open one of these? Look at the bottom of that can. You guys want one? That's nuts. I want something to drink. That beer is rock hard. Protein's like... That beer's frozen too. Bummer. There's nothing else down here. Oh, camera's the wrong way. Someone's like, it's a sign the pop is bad. No, it's a sign that Chrome accidentally flipped the fridge to freezer mode by accident. It's a sign of a dumbass, not the pop is bad. Leave a couple on the counter. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm pretty sure if we brought those out, it would start to explode. Those things need to be put in a bag and taken to the garbage dump. Groma would be taking a pressure washer to it in no time. If we had water outside the shop, I would. Right now, we have no water hose. They got to finish connecting it out front there. When they put the concrete pad in, they never finished off connecting the hose, so we don't have any city water out front. Joey, midnight here in Cape Breton. I'm excited to go out to Cape Breton again this year. Beer slushies. What they say you can't hose it down? Usually you need a hose to hose it down. We don't have a hose out front right now. Bottle depot for tiny money. Can you take cans that are full of frozen stuff to the bottle depot? I'm probably going to guess that they're going to say no. Get a spoon and have a Slurpee. That's about right. Kevin D says you should turn off the fridge and leave it open to thaw out. My fear about shutting that thing off is those cans, explode more. The rest of the cans explode. That's my worry. I think I'd rather leave it in there at that temperature because so far right now, nothing's rumbling in there. I think, because there's a lot of cans in there besides the ones that are broken. I bet you the whole thing goes... Yeah, Joey, just keep an eye on my travels. My videos are usually within a couple days of being like current. Sometimes, usually what I record one day goes up the next. But when I travel, I have a tendency of getting ahead on some videos because there's so much excitement to film. So sometimes I film a lot. So you might be a couple days behind my reality. But keep an eye on it when I'm coming out that way. I'm probably going to try to do some meetups in the Nova Scotia area. Run the cans under warm water. I really don't want to bring any of those things upstairs. What kind of money for the ambo? Spy guy, you're asking a lot of how much money you got. I'll give you a better deal on that van versus that van. This van doesn't owe me anything except for the tires and the bumpers would not go with that van. I would keep the tires and bumpers because they're new and I would put them on another vehicle. But that thing's got a brand new engine and a brand new transmission. I'd sell that van. Anybody want to buy that van? Hey, that rusty old piece of beautiful, lovely hunk of a van. But that ambo, I want my 15,000. I mean, like honestly, I paid 15 grand for the ambo. We put money into the engine. The engine doesn't work, so no guarantees on that front. Like we probably put 10 grand into this thing after buying it for 15,000. Amanda's gonna say, shut up, Chrome. You spent a lot more than 10 grand on it, which I probably did. But if I got my 15 grand back out of it, I'd let it go. Me and that van definitely have a love-hate relationship right now. Me and that van, we're not really friends. Am I going across the Trans-Canada? Yes, I am. It's the fastest way to get to Ontario, so I'll be going straight through the Trans-Canada. I'm pretty quick. Aaron says, FYI, Google says Ray Outfitted is permanently closed. It is. I haven't been able to get a hold of Madison or Rayner. I don't know what happened in that scenario. I don't know what. I know they sold the property, business has been shut down, and then now nobody's answering their cell phones. So I don't know what's going on. Last I heard from them was just before they messaged me, said, hey, Chrome, just to know we're going to sell the property. We're getting out of the business or whatever. They were selling the property anyway, whatever they said. I don't think they said anything about the business. But apparently they shut it all down. So I have no idea. Yeah, I messaged them when I bought my Mercedes, messaged them a couple times after, no reply. Amanda says I need at least $25,000 for the ambo. So I guess because she knows, she sees the books. She said needs at least 25 grand for the ambo to get my money back out of it. Honestly, if someone showed up with 15,000 cash tomorrow, I'd let it go. Tomorrow. Will I get a chance to visit Jeffy Bear on my travels? Of course we're going to stop and see Jeffy. Is Andy's place the one you can stay and do laundry at, or is that Ray Outfitted? That was Ray Outfitted. Spy guy, tomorrow, unless you got a transporter. Relevant Traveler says, gotta go. Thanks for the live, Chrome. Relevant Traveler, thank you for all the super chats too, and I appreciate the love. Thanks for coming by the stream. Tactical Nomad said, and Ray Outfitted even shut down their Facebook and Instagram pages. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, when you shut down a business, it's a good idea to shut down everything. You know, if you're off, you're off. So I don't know. I've messaged Madison, and I haven't messaged Rainer. I should try texting Rainer and see if they're alive. Like, who am I gonna drink beer with in Ontario now? That was me and Rainer. That's it. Me and Rainer is drink beer. Let's go drink beer. Gonna miss that guy. Jean says she's having troubles doing a super chat. I have no idea about that side of YouTube. Did they install your very first solar panels? They installed all the electrical in my van. The solar panels that they installed way back in the day are still up there. And yeah, they installed all my batteries. Pretty much my whole electrical system in my van was done by Ray Outfitted. Rainer did a great job. Andy's like, Andy, he likes beer. Of course I like beer. I don't have any beer here. All my beer's frozen. Are the shop kitties still around? Yes. So the owner today is, I guess, filed for paperwork to get those people evicted from up there. And yes, their kitty cats are still here. They came down to visit us at the shop today. Well, the gray one did, and that's my favorite one. The gray one, I don't know, loves me for some weird reason. It's all snuggling up to me and stuff. I like that one. If those tenants that were up there happen to leave and leave the cats behind, nobody around here would care because those cats would be super loved and well fed around here. I guarantee you they would be shop cats in all of our shops and we would love them to pieces. And I'm not a cat guy either, but they love the shop. You can bang and make noise. They don't care. They're just rubbing up against your legs and just lying down on the countertops. They make a perfect shop cat. Cruz actually likes the cats. I have a video clip today of, that'll be in tomorrow's video, of the cat upstairs. Cruz walked by, and then there was a moment, I didn't catch it on camera, where the cat leaned up and rubbed its head on Cruz. It was like snuggling with Cruz. It was so cute. We have never seen rats in this building, and I am surprised because we're surrounded with farms and there's trailer parks out here and just lots of like open grass areas. And I think it's because there's a fair amount of cats around here that we don't have mice. I've never seen one inside this building at all. I'm surprised. Daniel says, when you get your van complete, will you get a trailer and a quad? I think in upcoming years, possibly. Won't be this coming year, though. Everything I'm doing right now is going to be to get that Mercedes done. The gray cat, because he or she sees how well Cruz is taken care of. Cruz is definitely well taken care of. Leonie, I'm from the North Island. Yeah, we've never had mice around here. That's like, I literally have been surprised why we haven't seen mice eating at things around here. You know, I'm guessing because there's a lot, like we're surrounded in a lot of residential homes around here too, so. Are you ditching the AC and going with the skylight? I am not ditching the air conditioning. I'm going with the skylight for sure first, because I still have room on my ceiling if I do choose to add an AC down the line. We're gonna do a roof vent in the front, skylight in the back, and we still have room in the middle to do an AC if we feel like it down the line. Adam Sup, formerly from San Diego, California, now Las Vegas, Nevada. Big fan, my dog and I. So cool. Thanks, Adam. Leonie sitting here off grid with my wood stove pumping. Winters all the way in New Zealand. Wicked. Going to New Zealand would be pretty cool. How's Cruzy doing? He is definitely looking like he's doing better. He has an appointment on the 22nd to get another x-ray, so we'll find out how he is actually doing. Two plus two cats. I hope the owners don't dump them. I would never abandon my cats. I mean, I don't think they would dump them, but I think if the cats happen to vanish, you know, at least they would get fed here. That lady up there has, she's a mom of multiple kids, and she, yeah, from what I understand, she just doesn't pay rent, you know, and yeah. So which means the cats, hopefully the cats are getting fed. We try to feed them here, but they don't really take food from us. But yeah, I mean, they would get love if they were to be left behind. There's better places there'd be worse places to ditch your cats. Let me tell you that. Everybody around here loves those cats, including the lady that has the business next door. She was holding it one day. She's like, should we keep them? Manny's must be talking about the shirts on the store. Olga, greetings from Brazil. I've been a fan for a long time. It's cool to have people watching it that far away. Someone must be asking about the shop. Yes, the shop is a lease. I do not own this shop. I'm on a very long-term lease here. Oh, here we go. Did you buy the building or are you leasing it? I'm leasing the building. I couldn't afford to buy a piece of property like this. It's just too expensive. This place would be like $1.5 million. It's too much. You know, for me, where I can lease it for 10 years and then if I'm done in 10 years, we move on. Have 10 years of fun times and good memories and build something cool. And if we decide to change our mind, we go. If we want to continue on for another 10, 20 more years, we just keep going. Shop kitties for the win. Kitties need to stay. Cruzy needs a furry friend. I agree. Those cats are awesome. Yeah, I like those cats. And they just literally just came over here one day because those people just moved up there a couple months ago and they just like dominated the property, like in and out of everybody's business. They were climbing on the racks in here. They've been on the desk. They're like, I'm sitting here trying to work one day on my computer and it's up here rolling around on my keyboard. I'm like, move, cat. I'm just trying to type. They definitely became a part of the shop for sure. Oh yeah, owning this place is no. That'd be way out of anything I would do. Buy land and put a shop there, you definitely, yeah. So for one, to buy land here is probably going to be in an area where people are around. Like if I were to buy land here, like down the road, would probably cost me, I don't know, $1 million. At least $750,000 for a piece of small dirt up the road here. Then you got what, another like 500 grand, like what, maybe 250 grand to build a building. So you're looking at like 1.2 million, maybe 1.5 million. I don't have that kind of money. So for me to lease a building, I got this building so cheap, crazy cheap. Like it's gone up since I got it, but the very first year of me being here, I paid $2,500 a month for this whole freaking place. For the whole first year. I'm not spending no $1 million on a property and another 250 million building a shop. I'm good. I'd rather long-term lease this place. It's so much cheaper. And even now, what I'm paying for this place now is super cheap comparatively. Yeah. There was once a time when buying shops, like if this was 15, 20 years ago, I would have definitely bought a shop instead. But if I was on the East Coast, I would have bought a shop right away because you can buy stuff cheap on the East Coast of Canada. But up here, hell no. Sue, great deal. It is a great deal. I got a really good deal here at the beginning. It's going up every year, mind you, but I definitely got a good deal. Penny in Kentucky says, I saw a van for sale on Facebook Marketplace in my area today, and they had one of your stickers on their fridge. Super cool. I was looking at a van on Facebook Marketplace here, and I was flipping through it. I'm like, oh, it's got a Weirdos Unite sticker on it. Right away, best van I've seen online in a long time. It was pretty cool. And that's when I was looking at buying a new van. So I was kind of contemplating on what van to get. It was a Chevy Express van, actually. And I was like, ooh, it was a nice van. Is it a 4x4 conversion, the whole bit? But I decided I wanted something I could live in, something bigger. What happened? So there's more people asking about Madison and Rainer. What happened to the last lovely couple that installed your last battery system? They are no longer in business, from what I understand. Jay, hey, Chrome. I'm guessing that's New Zealand. NZ, New Zealand. Kia Ora from New Zealand. My Canadian wife and I are moving to Vancouver Island to raise our wee baby boy. Looking forward to calling in and saying, what's up, weirdo, someday. Super cool. Vancouver Island's a great place to be. It's a really beautiful place. I definitely like it here. This is definitely going to be the place that's going to be my home for a very, very long time. I do honestly see myself in the long time future having a place on the East Coast. You know I probably should have bought on the East Coast 10 years ago when it was cheaper, or 5 years ago when it was cheaper. But I definitely do see myself owning a place by the ocean in Nova Scotia somewhere, because I love that province, as a retirement home. You know what I mean? Like maybe something off grid by the ocean somewhere, you know what I mean? Where you can go out and spend your summers on the ocean. I think that'd be beautiful. I think as the years move forward, buying that idea is going to get way more out of reach, because I don't think things are ever going to get cheaper. But yeah, East Coast, I think I could see myself a little summer place. Place where I can bomb my van around all year, pop onto my property in Nova Scotia, spend 2 months by the ocean and just relax and go fishing and I don't know, whatever. I'm old at that point, I don't care. And then come back here to the business for the rest of the year. You know, we're living that partial retirement life. Become a lobster fisherman. It's cold there. I said summer times, not winter. Did I accidentally say winter? I would not spend winters. I'd go there just for the summers. That's what I mean. And come back here to run the business in the winter. We're talking like 20 years from now when I'm old. Hopefully I live that long. But, you know, when I'm older and I don't, you know, I want to travel a little bit less, I think having a place by the ocean would be pretty sick out there. Dan Islander, my fiance is from Nova Scotia. I am going to the East Coast for the first time in September. Nova Scotia is the damn shit. That place is so good. I love that place. There's so much beauty and small town charm and history, and they're just so friendly. Like if you want to go to a place that's on another level of just making you feel at home, Nova Scotia's got you nailed, man. They're so beautiful. Move to Dildo, Newfoundland. I actually have subscribers of mine that run a gift shop in Dildo, Newfoundland. If we go there, I'm definitely going to go visit them. Linda's like, I'm 20 years older than you. That's not old. Yeah, I really like it out there. Tux Traveler, I found Vancity Vanlife live. We are live. Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, home away from home. I like that area too. It's nice out there. We did 7 weeks in that place last year, or 2 years ago. Nova Scotia is the only place I have ever been on vacation to. Peggy's Cove is amazing. Peggy's Cove is cute, super touristy, but cute though. There's a lot of really, really rad towns. The farther you go, like Cape Breton's down here, you keep going up to this side of Nova Scotia. Oh, my God, the charm. Like you go to the town, I don't remember the name of the town is, that's got the big ship that's on our dime. That was a cool spot. That town was super beautiful. I can't remember the name of all the towns, man. But I have all the videos on my channel. But I don't remember the name of them. Did you say Amanda is 20 years older than me? Yeah, Amanda's definitely 20 years older than me. Definitely. Hey, shit. She's gonna quit. Are you going to see Oak Island? We were right beside Oak Island. Amanda's like, F you. We were right beside Oak Island when I was out there last time. I was at a campground that wasn't far from where Oak Island is out there. And I didn't know what Oak Island was. Someone's like, some movie or something, whatever they were filming there. William Tucker, I see van lifing in my future. Do it. Van life is so much fun. I woke up beside the ocean this morning. Like, I literally lied in bed when I woke up and I heard the waves going. So good. That'll be tomorrow's video. But it was beautiful. I woke up with the ocean, came up here, and then Daryl ripped my van apart. What the heck, Daryl? Dan Islander workplace bullying. She's not at work. She's not here. I am hungry. Amanda, I should have bought an extra mac and cheese while I was down there for dinner, late dinner. Like, I'm hungry and I'm starving. Did you sell the ladders? It says Van Island with Ryan. If you are one of the guys that emailed me, no, we did not sell the ladders. I have a bunch. I saved all my people that messaged me because I prematurely threw it out there, and we don't even have boxes to ship those ladders in. That was the holdback. But I have everybody who emailed me. I saved all your emails. Once those boxes come in, so we can actually ship the ladder in a box, because we can't ship it without a box. Because once you do have a raw ladder, you need to pallet it. So if you put it in a box, you can ship it regular parcel shipping. So yes, we still have the ladders. They're right up there on the shelf. And I'm going to email everybody who asked for a ladder. And if they still want them, we'll ship them out either raw or powder coated, whatever they choose. Yeah, I felt so bad for not messaging everybody. But there's so many people that message me about the ladders that I didn't want to respond to everybody and just be like, hey guys, sorry, hey guys, sorry, hey guys, sorry. So I just kind of left it be until we got the ladders ready. That way, when I did reply to them, I was like, yo, ladders are ready. Do you want them raw or do you want them powder coated? Okay, we got to go give Cruzy some treats upstairs. I brought food out for him and a duck foot. And someone in the comments just remind me, don't forget about the duck foot. Cruzy, you want a duck foot? There's a Nova Scotia plate right there. Nova Scotia. There's Prince Edward Island. That one's cool. Someone sent me a Panama one. Another Nova Scotia one. What else is in here? We got Iowa. Another Nova Scotia. Colorado. Another Iowa. South Carolina. Alberta. Where's that one? Where the heck's that plate from? We got Texas, Manitoba, New Mexico, That's another. I like that one there with the chilies on it. Quebec. Le Quebecois. Ontario, California, Hawaii. Cruzy's like, shut the hell up. Give me my duck foot. This is disgusting. Look at. It's legit a duck foot. This is so disgusting. It's a real duck foot. It's got nails on it and everything. You guys grossed out yet? Cruzy, come on. I got duck foot. Look at his tail. What's this? Look at his tail. What's this? You want a duck foot? Okay, get it off the couch. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Cruzy, come on. Go get your duck foot. Oh, yeah, buddy. Look at that. Yum. So disgusting. Hey, they want to see you eat a duck foot. So gross. It's so disgusting, dude. I can't believe I'm putting this on YouTube. He loves it. It's so gross. It's funny how the little things just hang out the side of his mouth. Anybody? That's so disgusting. Dude, put that thing away from me, buddy. Cruz loves those things. Like one of his favorite things on the planet. It's so gross. It's just flopping around, buddy. It's so gross. Dude, you're so disgusting. Hey, people think you're cute. When they find out you eat raw meat, not so cute. You're definitely not vegan. That it? That's it. Just gulp gone? He's like, I'm out. I'm good, Dad. See ya. Bye, Dad. Got any more? Cruzy, that was freaking disgusting. Hey? Cruzy's like, no, wasn't that was freaking delicious? Nom noms. Nothing like a duck foot. I love you, buddy. You're such a freak. There you go. Duck foot for your entertainment. Gross. Well, at least I can say one thing. It's never boring around here. It's never boring around here. Good night, Amanda. I'm exhausted too. Me and Cruzy have to bring the van down and sleep in a van that's sitting on sticks. For real. Check it out. Because we're working on my van right now, the back end of it is sitting on those. And that's how we have to sleep. Daryl dropped the back down, so at least it was sitting level for us. But that's how we're gonna sleep tonight, on that, because we really don't have any other choice. Whatever. We've slept in worse scenarios in my van, that's for sure. That's for sure. Now I get to go in here and Aaron's like, sleep upstairs. Where am I gonna sleep upstairs? On the floor where it's rock hard? Nah. We have a bed in there. We'll just sleep inside there. Why not sleep on the big couch? Because my couch is built like 3 individual seats. So there's the seat, then a bump, and a seat, then a bump. So there's a bump between the 2 seats. So sleeping across it is not good because it goes woot, woot, woot. It's uncomfortable as heck. Now I get to pop in here and see what you guys said about Cruz eating. Bet you guys were just like, gross, nasty, I'm not watching anymore. I see one person said gross. Cruz's calcium for the day. That's exactly what that is. Getting that kind of bone in Cruz when he's eating raw food is very, very important. You should hear my 2 perking up hearing him eat the duck foot. Van Haven, I think my stomach is turning. It's the reality of a dog eating raw food, though. 100% reality. AJ Mills, what's up? What the heck did you do to the van now? All I told Daryl today was I want to do some general maintenance on that home before we go out on any big adventures in this van, before we say bye to this van, could be permanently bye to this van, and we take the Mercedes to Ontario, which could be the very end of these adventures. Could very well be. So I wanted to take this out on one last big hoorah. So I'm like, let's just do some general maintenance, Daryl. And then it turned into that. Ripped the whole rear axles out, took the whole differential thing in the middle out. A whole bunch of shenanigans. Hold on, Cruzy's coming. He's got to pee. Hi, buddy. We got to sleep up on the lift tonight. Want to go outside? Come on, pal. Come on, pal. He always pees by their tanks. So yeah, he's got the axles and stuff pulled out of here. This is the gears for the inside of the differential. That's what makes the back axles and stuff spin, this whole little center gear assembly right there. So he's doing some work on here, fixing my air locker on the top because you all know my air locker doesn't work. So he's fixing the air locker on it and then putting it all back together. This thing should be all finished and done tomorrow morning. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. This is what makes the entire van move forward. Like the engine drives power to the back here, spins all this stuff and makes the axles turn. And this stuff here is what, it's a little gasket that we keep blowing on my, why am I shooting a blank here? On my air locker. But yeah, watch tomorrow's video to find out what the real problem was with my air locker. It was so freaking stupid. It kind of makes me angry a little bit too. Tiny little bit. So something was backwards in there. So come on, buddy. So maybe we wouldn't have had any problems over the years if the part was installed properly the very first time. Where you going, buddy? You got to hang out down here. We got to sleep up there. We do. We got to sleep up there. All the way up there, buddy. For real. No, we don't want your butt. They don't want your butt. They want your face. Hey? Are you happy? Look at you all perky. No, hold on, guys. Let me flip the camera. Hey, you look in so much better health. You do, bro. So much better health. Hi. Hi, buddy. Look at you. Hey, I think that medication's working, bro. I think so. I think so. You want to come over here? He's like, nope, I'm going back upstairs, Dad. All right, you guys. I think, make sure I'm not missing any more. I think I'm going to let you guys go. We've been on here for, super chat. Thank you. Cooper says, cheers, Chrome. I really enjoy your videos. Love Mr. Cruise and all your camping videos. Come visit Alaska. I'll get you on a helicopter tour for free. I like the sound of a helicopter tour. That'd be a lot of fun. I can't read the screen in these glasses. That'd be a ton of fun. I appreciate the super chat, Cooper, and everybody else who tossed in super chats on this video, and everybody who bought memberships for other people. I love you guys. We've been on here for 130 minutes, and I think it's time for me and Cruzy to, well, get that thing down so we can go to bed. Hey, Cruz. What do you say? Hold on, buddy. Done deal. Now we can go home. Now we can go home. Hey, let's see if this thing smells. It's been closed up here all day long. Smells awesome in here. Smells perfect. It was me. I was the stinky one. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. All right, crew. That's all we got for you guys. Thanks for hanging out. There will be a video posted first thing in the morning tomorrow. What was this question? Oh, you got front tires on still? Yep, front tires are still on the van. Everything, you did all the work on the front end of the van this morning, got the front end done. You'll have to wait and see what happened in the front end. Just a bunch of shenanigans on my van today. No, if it was sitting on all four pegs, I wouldn't be inside of that thing tonight. I wouldn't trust it. But the front tires are on, so we're semi doing okay. All right, guys. Tress, what's up? We are shipping you a package, by the way, Tress. We packaged up what did we package up for you? The new crew shirt. Oh, we should have packaged you up both crew shirts. We got you the Not in the Mood crew shirt. Got you the Badass Van shirt. Emmy's shirt. And I don't know what else we packaged up for you, but you definitely have a care package coming your way. So Tress, if you have anything you want to add to that care package, let us know now. Text me, let me know anything else you might want, and we'll send you a fat care package now before everything goes on sale. Tress, you are a rock star, and we love you to pieces. Everybody else, peace out. We love you guys too. We out, baby. I'm done.